Good day, everybody. Welcome back. I am happy to be here. I am Scott Steen. I am the lead handicapper over at Winners and Winers. We're going to be breaking down all the bowl games this season. Of course, I'm joined as always
by Scott Reichel, the co-host and senior handicapper over at winnersandwiners.com.
And together we make up a little show called Heading Back to the Window that we do every day, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, right here on your favorite streaming platform, be that YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, or a Facebook.
In my defense, that wasn't a real segue, so that really threw me for a loop on that one. But the other ones, at least you were half segueing me into. That one was a little bit tough to read.
We're getting. You had to add your own preposition on that one, buddy. I'm sorry I threw you. We're getting a little punch drunk here as we're ripping off 6 bowl previews in a row. This is our 5th of 6. Scott, we're coming down the home stretch. And of course, today, this is the one everybody's been waiting for. It's the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl presented by Stifel. By Stifel. Scott, do you know what Stifel does?
I don't know. It sounds like a medicine company. Is it a medicine company?
It's not. They whenever you're having a problem with some kind of bad habit, if you're a smoker or a drinker, you call Stifel. And if you go to pick up a cigarette or if you go to take a drink, they send an annoying tone over every device in your house, and it drives you insane, and you put it down until it stops.
Is that actually what they do?
That is not at all what they do.
I don't know what the hell they do.
They're a wealth tracker. They do investments for the future. So very good.
I just got the Dumb and Dumber image in my head when it's like, you want to hear the most annoying sound ever, and somebody just starts screaming like as soon as you pick up a drink.
Roland G is in the house. He says UAB +7 over BYU after comments at the 1 yard line. Nice. All right, buddy. So this one is going to feature the Oregon State Beavers. I'm worried about the Beavers, Scott. 7.5 favorites over Utah State, the Aggies. The total 66.5 because it involves, the Aggies.
Put some respect. The Mountain West champion Aggies.
That's very good. That's absolutely true. What is the Mountain West Championship get you? It gets you a bowl game on opening Saturday. Congratulations.
Sponsored by Jimmy Kimmel.
Sponsored. Do you know the deal on that?
I don't know if he did it for a bid or not, or he was bored. But...
Yes, I don't know. I'm assuming it's something from the show that they put together, but I don't. I'm not a late night comedy viewer for the most part. So this is this is an odd number game. This is bowl game number 7. Scott and I have been trading off back and forth on who goes first. So have at it, my friend. Oregon State -7.5, 66.5. Let her rip.
Plus 7.5. Utah State's -7.5.
What did I say? Oregon State +7.5?
You said Oregon State was -7.5.
They are -7.5.
Oregon State
is -7.5.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Put a lot of respect on your lips for the Mountain West title.
No, I just okay. Never mind. I had one grid that was saying that they were +7.5. The other one was saying -7.5. So my bad.
Congratulations to stop by and watch Scott get a 15-point swing in real time.
Yeah, really just blew my damn mind.
You catching that closing line value? I could just caught a 15-point line move.
Really did.
All right, go ahead, bud.
For this one, I like Utah State plus the points. You're looking at a situation where Oregon State has been pleasantly decent in the Pac-12, which I'm sure a lot of people didn't exactly expect. Their win total was below 6, so people didn't expect them to make a bowl game, and they ended up making one, so good to them. But Utah State has been disrespected all year long, and shout out to Blake Anderson, who, in my opinion, deserves a shout out for Coach of the Year. He obviously wasn't going to win the award, but I do think that he deserves at least a recognition for what he's done with this Utah State program. But Utah State's getting 7.5, apparently, and that seems like that's a few too many points. I just think Utah State has a solid offense. The defense kind of picked it up late in the season. It's a high total, so you're expecting a decent amount of points from both teams, and I can understand that because both teams offensively are pretty solid. But do I really want to lay 7.5 with a team that has not made a bowl game since 2013? There's a lot of pressure on Oregon State here because they, of course, have not been involved in many bowl games within the last decade. I think Utah State will keep it close. I think they got a great shot to win the game. So I'm going to go with Utah State plus the points, and I like the over. I think you'll see a track meet breakout.
Tell the truth. Were you going to lay 7.5 with the Aggies?
Was I going to lay 7.5 with the Aggies? No, I was not.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, we talked
I
about.
see this game between 1 and 7 either way.
I think that's probably true. We talked about motivation, about teams that are happy to be there, and Oregon State certainly fits that bill. Like you mentioned, they haven't been to a bowl game since they beat Boise State in 2013 in of course, the Hawaii Bowl. This Utah State team, they're a lot of fun to watch. God, if you haven't had an opportunity, because they play late, kind of play in bad spots, don't get a lot of national TV exposure. They can toss the old pigskin around the yard. They are 306 yards passing per game. That's 18th in the country. The Beavers, they cannot get off the field, Scott, on third down, second worst in NCAA FBS football. And they give up an average. This is a phenomenal number. They give up an average of 7.6 third down conversions per game. Yikes. Because you think about all the first downs you get on first and second down, to give up almost 8 on third down alone, you're not getting off the field, guys. Now, on the other hand, if you want to run the ball against the Aggies, have at it. They can do that. And Oregon State is a team that can run the football. They hit that 200-yard mark 9 times on the season, and they did lead the Pac-12 in rushing offense. Oregon State had a nice little season. They beat Utah. They beat Arizona State. They beat USC. But I'm with you. I think this one stays close. I think Utah State, you don't have much of a motivational difference, because this is a team that's coming off a big win in the Mountain West, and they would love nothing better than making one of their rare bowl appearances and walking off with a victory. Not sure they get there, but I'll certainly take them plus the 7.5 points. I think Oregon State's going to try to control the clock, keep the high-powered offense of the Aggies off the field. I'll take the under 66.5 in a small lean there.
Well, we disagree on the total, but I just think that you're going to end up getting a very entertaining track meet, because both teams, I feel like, can excel offensively where the opposing defense struggles, which should end up boding well for a pretty high-scoring game. But I really am looking at a spot where Oregon State, I feel like, is only favored by this many points, which is why maybe I thought that the spread was the opposite. Because of the fact of conference bias, Oregon State's a team that really shouldn't be favored by 7.5 against, I'd say, many bowl-eligible teams. I feel like it's just an automatic disrespect to the Mountain West. I don't think the Mountain West is that bad of a conference.
No, they were good. There was a lot of teams that were right there at the end. You had Air Force, you had Fresno State, Boise State, Colorado State played good for a while. Of course, they faded. Then San Diego State was good all season. So you had some real competition there in the Mountain West. We talked all year about how down the Pac-12 was. We didn't like this conference. Any one of those teams were capable of playing a shitty football game on any given Saturday. I think it's too many points. Oregon State could blow them out. You could have a talent gap there that shows up. But I think
that they could win the game. I think Utah State could win the game, though.
Absolutely. Roland says, do it. Lay the 7.5 on the reverse score. That would pay a nice price. It would. He says that the number should be closer to 3.5. I think we agree with that. Probably 3.5 to 5 would be right in that range. So to recap, you and I agree on the side. We both have Utah State plus the 7.5. We disagree on the total. I think it's going to be more of a grind, as Oregon State's going to try to run the football. Under 66.5, you've got the over. All right, buddy, that's going to do it. We've got one more coming, so you guys stay tuned for that. As always, we want to know what you're thinking on this game. Put your plays in the comment section. We'll tally them up, and we'll give out the consensus of the comment section and see how you guys do. We'll put your guys' record up against ours. We'll have a lot of fun. So make sure you do that for not just this bowl game, but all the bowl games. We got one more to go, kids. Stay tuned. We're going to be handicapping that one coming up right after this. So take care, everybody. Good luck on all your plays. Blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. Check us out every day, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, and we'll see you on our